headphone users, I apologize. So welcome to our first episode of the 13th Sign podcast. It's just basically me and Elise having a chat about astrology and shitposting and all of the things. So my name's Billy. I am a Scorpio sun, Gemini moon, and a Taurus rising. So obviously I'm very fucked up. And then Elise.
I'm a Taurus sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, Scorpio stellium. Struggle street. Yeah. That's me.
So basically what we're going to be doing is talking through all of the astrology basics as we go through our episodes. We're going to do an episode that's all about the signs, what that means, blah, blah, blah. Then we're going to go through a little bit more detail into like houses and the planets and all of that type of stuff. And we'll be learning along with you guys because we're experts by no means.
Look, we're experts.
Yeah.
No. Disclaimer, we actually know nothing. Please don't take
This is all our opinion.
Yeah.
None of what we say is fact, all opinions, in case there's any lawyers listening. Opinion.
Yes, take everything we say with a grain of salt and do your own research.
Yeah. We're basically just having a conversation to encourage you all to start a conversation, because if you've ever believed that there was a 13th sign, or ever believed because you live on the other side of the world that the sun signs are inverted like I did, this is the podcast for you. We're just going to be going through a lot of misconceptions whilst also having a lot of fun, talking about pop culture and different characters, basically assuming who they are. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram, the 13th sign.
Hopefully we'll get some better comments than the Illuminati.
Oh, yeah. So we've started our Instagram, and obviously we don't have, like, hardly any followers because not many people just go follow empty accounts. Yeah. But we started getting a couple, and I got a message, and I was getting so excited. And so all of the astrology community has a very big belief that cults are going to be coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very scary because cults are so much more powerful now with the technology we have than they were in the 1970s. Like, before it was like they'd have to go door to door, like knocking, recruiting people and handing out pamphlets on the side of the road. Now they just send mass, like, Instagram messages.
Or through music or through, TV.
Yeah. So I won't say the person's account, but the first ever message we've gotten on the 13th Sign podcast DM was, "Greetings from the Illuminati Temple of Light. I, on behalf of the society, has seen you as a worthy spirit surely." So they didn't even check their grammar, and have been acknowledged. I am here to request to recruit you as a member of the Illuminati Society. Now, like, already I'm kind of like, okay, Illuminati wants to recruit us.
Yeah.
Why are we so, like a meme and podcast Instagram page? Why are we so special? And then it says, message the Grandmaster on WhatsApp for more information. And then I tried to message them and get a little bit more info because I was very confused. Especially because, like, I don't know, this might just be me, but I 100% would get recruited by a cult. Like, it wouldn't take much.
I feel like I'd want to be the leader, but like a nice cult, and I feel like that's very like Scorpio of me.
Yeah.
Scorpio stellium. Yeah, because like, I mean, cults have a bad rap,
Yeah, but then it's like you can say cults have a bad rap, and then you can try and convince me that they're fine, but it's all fun and games until they plan a mass suicide.
Yeah, okay, that's where I draw the line. But like, yeah, what's the definition of just a fun little group / coven and a cult? Like, when does it get cult-like? Because I feel like every group, like, where as humans we want to belong to something. So like, what's just a cool, cute little fun coven?
Everything is a cult. Like, literally everything is a cult. how I make a distinction is between there being like a cult of like group, it's just a group of like-minded people, and then there's like the cults, which in my opinion always have to have a benefactor. Like they always have to have someone at the top that's benefiting from the
like obviously as soon as I think of cults I think of Manson.
Have you heard about the Australian cult?
Oh god, no.
I think it was in America, but it was started by an Australian lady or something, and then she brought it to Australia. I studied it like a couple months ago, so I don't remember it exactly, but basically it was called the Family, and they just like got like a heap of super rich people together, kind of like the Mansons, but without the murdering. And she just like would drug them and like give them acid, and then she would dress up as an angel and come down and pretend that she was Jesus.
Oh my god.
And then she like I feel like when I get really like, oh, this is a cult, is when they bring kids into it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's all fun and games when you have like people that are like fully developed in their beliefs and like can make their own decisions, but as soon as you start bringing children into it, that's where I draw the line. And that's what they ended up doing. Was they would like, what she would do is like, say they have like Mary and John have a baby, but they have 2 kids, and then Francis and Michael, they don't have a kid, that she'll just give them like other people's kids. So like the kids don't know who their real parents are. They're all like swapped around. And then they also had like an orphanage, and she like adopted, like I don't know how she was able to adopt them, but she basically got all of the families to like adopt these kids, and then she just put them all into like an orphanage together, and like had these like nun-like people raising the kids, like feeding them, doing all this stuff. And the kids would like there's a few times where they like escaped and like ran away. The people called the police and whatever, and then the police came and just took her back to the house because they legally were her guardians, and because she was underage they couldn't just take her away. Yeah. So like I'm very scared for what's coming with the cults. I think it's going to be very daunting.
And I feel like right now when everything is so uncertain, like we can't trust the government, not that we ever could, but we know we can't.
We used to think that we had a lot more control than what we did. And I feel like it's going to be a very big cult push in 2020 or 21.
Yeah.
All of that time, especially coming out of quarantine and stuff.
Because people are looking for that like extra connection and that understanding and all that stuff. So like, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things pan out. I looked up the definition of cults.
Oh, you did?
See, because I'm like, what's a religion and what's a cult, you know? A system of religious devotion directed towards a particular figure or object, or a person or thing that is popular or fashionable among a particular group or section of society. I feel like social media is very cult-like.
Oh, 100%. Like, because the thing is like, even with some of the people I follow, they have such a cult-like following, and we refer to so many groups of people that follow a certain influencer that they have a cult-like following when they're like ride or die.
Yeah.
That person, if they're able to sell people Sugar Bear hair vitamins and all of that stuff, I'm sure that they could sell them a freaking cult. Exactly. Imagine if, like, I'm not saying that they would. This is obviously just my opinion. Don't sue me. But they could honestly just go and say to their audience, hey, I'm starting this community. Do you want to be part of my community because the government sucks? And then, like, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, yes.
Okay. So, for example, there's a lot of, like, community type things in, especially like, around Nimbin. And, like, to me, I'm like, that sounds sick. I would love to live on a little community with a cool garden that you just, like, go pick your own shit there and, like, you know, and then just and everyone gets together and has a nice little, you know, dinner, like school camp vibes. And it's like, okay, well, when does that become a cult? Is it when
I think it's already
leader is? But that's so fun.
Well, see, like, my thing is as well, this is probably a lot of tourists coming out, but I would, like, I don't think I could live in one of those communities because, Like, I would, if I, like, worked 2 minutes longer than the other person, I'd be like, I deserve more.
Yeah,
like, I
true.
feel like there has to be someone benefiting off of it. Like, because even if all of the people are living there for free, living, like, non-materialistic lives and whatever, obviously they still need money. Obviously there's still someone there buying all of the food. So, like, the only real way that those communities can work is by, like, a lot of them I see anyway do, like, retreats. But then it's like, obviously not everyone in the community and the people that are holding the events and that are getting all the money. It's the person at the top that's getting all the money. And they're probably not giving it all back to the community.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
I feel like that's when it becomes a cult. Obviously, if they're giving it all back to the community, everything's 100% fair. Everyone's pitching in. No one's just, like, it's not like people are just there not participating. But yeah, it's very complicated.
I mean, I feel like if I ran a cult, it'd be kind of fun.
What would your cult be?
Well, like, I'd have, like, a big property, and then everyone would be living in their tiny houses, rent-free.
Have you seen the houses that you can get built that are literally, like, fully made out of recyclable materials, and then they're just covered in grass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
How sick is that?
They're so cute. They're little hobbit houses.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So
No,
cute.
I love them.
Oh my God,
I was going to try and build one, but none of the new estates and stuff let you build a hobbit house because you have to match the estate aesthetic, which is annoying.
It's so annoying because, like, how fun would it be to live in the ground? Like, in a little hobbit hole and just, like, oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah.
If I was a cult leader and I had a community, it would look like Hobbiton, and I'd be like, hey guys. Like,
but how would you draw people in? Like, what, like, because the thing with it is you have to make it so people can't leave.
Well, yeah, and I feel like that's the thing that I would be like, okay, maybe it isn't a cult, because I'm like, you can leave whenever you want, like, take your tiny house with you. If it's on
so
a
you
trailer.
just basically want to open up a caravan park.
Basically. How fun would that be? But, like, an aesthetically pleasing one. So, like, and then it would be like, maybe we have a little cute tavern or something that everyone goes and, like, has some drinks and, like, music and blah blah. But obviously I would be the mayor of my cult town, so then I'd be like, hey guys, don't get too rowdy, you know, bed by 10:30 p.m. Like, you gotta have some
so
rules.
it'd just be like the house that you're living in now.
Yeah, basically. But I'd just be in control instead of anyone else.
Yeah. For reference, the apartment that Elise lives in has very, very, very strict rules.
Yeah, no one follows them. But I mean, yes, we definitely do follow them. If my real estate agent's listening to this,
Don't sue me. I can totally see you having it though. Like, you would do, like, full on freaking seances.
I
and,
would
like,
totally do that. Yes.
Yeah. I love that for you.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
I love a good cult. Yeah, gotta get all the witchy things. But then, I mean, I'm just thinking of a fun little coven.
Yeah, I think that you want a coven,
Yeah.
not the cult.
Like, if anyone wants to come into my coven, if you also want to leave, that's fine. I won't try and, like, murder you.
I'm not going to hex you or anything.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. You're also not going to drug them up on acid and dress up as an angel
Yeah.
and steal their kids.
I mean, I might for Halloween, just, like, for funsies, but...
Love that for you. You're really letting the Scorpio out today. I love it.
No, yeah.
But anyway, a bit more about what we're going to be doing here is, so this podcast is just going to be going through us learning more about astrology together. Obviously, if you could tell, we're not experts by any means. We're very much still learning and still much on the stereotypes of things.
Yeah.
So if you want to kind of listen to some ratchet explanations for things and
Astrology for dummies is
Yeah.
what I call it.
yeah, and it be completely unfiltered because we're not trying to protect any type of reputation.
Reputation.
Exactly. We don't have any reputation that we have to defend or uphold or anything like that. It's basically just going to be us sharing our thoughts. And you can always jump onto our Instagram and let us know when we're wrong. Love that. Also, if you've got a cult, hit us up. We are open to opportunities.
Our DMs are open.
Yeah. I've been binging Friends again recently, because my partner hasn't watched it, so I found this conspiracy theory, and I'm kind of scared by it. Like, I don't want to believe it, but then, like, knowing it and then watching the show, I'm like, oh, I can see it. So the theory is that the Friends group is, like, they're all friends except for Phoebe. Phoebe, like, the whole episode, like, the whole series, I've got chills.
I literally have the same feeling.
Yeah, Phoebe is, like, watching them all, wanting to be part of the friend group, but she's really, like, on her own. And, like, because when you think about it, all of the dynamics and all of the intertwines, like, all of the people cross over except for Phoebe. Like, Phoebe's not really involved in any, like, one-on-one drama. She's just always, like, the light-hearted person on the side.
True.
So it's...
And even the people that she gets involved with aren't part of the
group. Yeah. Like, because it's not like she had, like, Chandler's baby. Like, when Monica and Chandler, like, couldn't have a baby, it's not like she got pregnant for them, you know, which would have made... that would have been, like, similar. It was for a brother. And, like, all of the stuff is on the side. Like, the only thing that really gets intertwined is, like, Joey kind of dates her sister or whatever. But that's...
True, that's still
not her.
Wow.
So... I'm like, so they all just think that the whole, like, show is just, like, all inside her head.
That's freaky.
Mm.
I don't like to think about that. No, I love Phoebe. I want her to be involved with everyone.
Yeah, if Phoebe isn't your favourite Friends character, I'm not your friend.
Literally, me and my best friend were watching Friends the other day. And I was like, okay, who do you think you're most like? And who do you think I'm most like? And I was very happy that she said Phoebe. But also, like, I feel like I'm a mixture between Phoebe and Monica.
Yeah, but I feel like Monica is definitely, like, your Taurus energy. But I feel like the biggest thing about Tauruses is they're so stubborn that they hate to admit it. So it's like, you would have, like, been like, I know that I'm probably most like Monica, but please tell me I'm not like
Yeah,
her.
exactly. Yeah, I feel like I want to be Phoebe because I'm just, like, want to be that witchy, like, fun vibe.
Rewatching it again, I feel like I'm such a Phoebe because I will just sing songs about anything all the time. Like, I didn't realize how bad it was until I realized that other people don't do that. Like, I live my life as if I'm in a musical.
That is literally my life. Literally, I swear, like, it's so hard living in this place because I live in an apartment so people can hear me if I decide to. So I always put in earbuds and just, like, I have to lip sync because obviously I don't want my next door neighbours to hear me breaking out in Mamma Mia songs.
Last night, I performed the entire Hamilton.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I know I watched Hamilton last night, but the only reason that we watched Hamilton was because I'd already performed it to Travis. Like, I'd already fully performed every single scene, song, dance, everything. And I was like, yeah, I still haven't watched it, so can we please watch it? And then we finally did. It was freaking unreal. Best musical ever.
That's so funny.
But yeah, anyway, getting back to Friends characters.
We know Monica is a Virgo sun through and through.
Yes, 100%.
But I don't know what her moon would be. Wait, she's very control. I mean, that's very Virgo anyway.
Yeah, no, because honestly, like, I feel like she could be like a triple threat.
Totally. Imagine if she's a triple Virgo. That would be fun. But, like, I mean, I feel like it's accurate.
Very accurate. Like, I don't see her and think of any other ones, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Maybe a Cancer moon?
Wait, she's a chef.
True.
So maybe, and she loves food. Okay.
But she doesn't love food as much as she loves cooking.
But that's still a Taurus thing. Even though I'm a Taurus and I don't like cooking.
Oh, and she's very into aesthetics.
That's true. Oh my god. Okay, so I reckon she's a Virgo sun. Maybe Virgo rising, but Taurus moon.
Yeah.
Because she's still a little bit, like, I mean, maybe not possessive, but she loves to love, you know, and her and Chandler are like a vibe.
But she's very, like, very perfect.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like that's Virgo.
Yeah. No, she's got big
Taurus.
Big boy Virgo energy.
Yeah, 100%. All right. So I've decided I've decided what it is. Virgo sun, Virgo rising, Taurus moon.
Oh my god, I just looked it up.
Am I right? Oh my god.
So she is a Virgo, but guess what her ascendant actually is? I don't know how they know this. Aries. Don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
I don't agree with that. I mean, because Aries isn't how she presents herself, I don't think.
No, I don't think she presents herself as an Aries at all. I don't know how accurate this is, but this is just off of Friends TV.
Yeah, how do they know the time that she was born?
Yeah, well, because
say that?
I was reading as well, like when I was trying to get some pre-study in, so then I could pretend that I knew what I was talking about. But they were saying that like Phoebe, they actually celebrate her birthday twice throughout it. So there's like she has 2 different birthdays.
Get out.
So I'm like that's a plot hole. But
like that's such a Gemini vibe, even though she's not Gemini.
Well, she is a twin, so
exactly. Oh my god. Okay. Wait. Okay. Let's do Phoebe. So I feel like she has to be either an Aquarius moon or Aquarius sun.
She's huge Aquarius energy. Yeah. Like I get a lot of Aquarius there. Like her music.
Oh, totally. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Aquarius sun. What are we feeling? Because I feel like she's got a lot of Pisces vibes, but also like Pisces and Aquarius are sometimes,
Yeah, I feel like
similar
she's
vibes.
Just to cover all of our bases. I think that she'd probably be like an Aquarius sun, Pisces moon.
Yeah,
but then I do feel like she has to have some Leo in her as well.
Because I feel like I don't know if I really see a little bit of Leo, but I'm getting like a Libra vibe.
Oh,
like,
yeah, 100% Libra.
Maybe she's more of like a Libra moon.
Yeah,
because she's got that Pisces, like
maybe she's an Aquarius rising.
Yeah,
and then Pisces sun, Libra moon.
That's nice. It's all very.
Is it? I don't think that's what I would necessarily want.
Well, yeah, not for me. That's not for me, but that's fine for her. Okay, so we did Phoebe. Although, wait, I feel like she does have a bit of Gemini vibes, especially considering
she's a twin.
But we don't want to like be stereotypical, even though that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, I like maybe she's got a Gemini mum.
Yeah, I mean, we never really know much about her mum except for
the stuff we know. But like, I feel like you've got to be pretty Gemini to have twins.
And I'm like, because Ursula's so different though. I wonder if she does have the same signs, but
she could have it. She could be slight. Like, it depends on how closely they were born. They can be a bit different.
I wonder if it says at any point in time when they were born and if they were born at different times, like whatever. Because you just assume that it's like one after the other.
Yeah,
but you never know.
Well, I was reading a story a few weeks ago. A lady had her babies 3 months apart, which I don't.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she got edit future release. Edit that on out. But yeah, so she got pregnant in one like ovary, and then 3 months later she got pregnant in the other one, which I don't even understand how you ovulate.
How are you twins though? If it's like a different.
You can be twins with different eggs, Elise. I don't know why you're being so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
But like, I don't know how you can give birth and not accidentally push out the other fetus. Like, I don't understand how it works. I could have been getting trolled. Like, that's very likely. But like, I just believe every story on my Facebook feed is fact checked. So that's my problem.
We need a real doctor out there to let us know the facts.
Yeah. Please hit us up.
1-800 13. No, that's too many numbers.
We can have it that many numbers. Okay, we can do whatever we want, Elise. It's our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Rachel? Because we haven't spoken about this one yet.
Yeah, this is a hard one. Because do you get any instant vibes? What do you get?
I don't get any instant vibes because I feel like they tried to make her so stereotypical. Like when they were designing the character, I feel like they tried to make her so relatable to so many different people. So she doesn't have as much of a caricature. Is that the correct word?
Caricature. Yeah, that's right.
But I again looked it up to get some info, and they're saying that she's a Taurus ascendant, Leo rising. I mean Leo sun. Which Leo, like the first scene that she comes in a freaking wedding dress, that's such Leo energy.
Very dramatic.
Very, very dramatic. Like the whole daddy, like
true. I mean, I get the whole Taurus thing. Maybe she loves luxury and like expensive things.
But I feel like there's kind of more to her character. Yeah. Like I feel like she has. I see a bit of Gemini in her. Because like the whole thing with Ross and like all that whole thing is like gives me very much like Gemini kind of energy.
Side notes: are you on Ross's side or Rachel's side when it comes to they were on a break? The tea. Let's find out.
Rachel's.
Are you serious? They were on a break. How? They were 100% on a break. They broke up. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted for that time. And then she was like, no. Joking. Ross didn't know that.
Well, like...
Although Rachel does expect Ross to read her mind all the time, which is...
very Gemini. Like, I feel like I can relate to that side a lot. Like, I'm definitely that type of person. Like, I am the type of person to go home randomly one day, break up with my husband, then as soon as he moves on, be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay.
We're still married. I've still got the ring on.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I would understand if they were married. It might be a little bit different. But they weren't engaged. They weren't even
I just, like, Ross, he gave her all of his cards. So, like, think about it, right? This is my own, like, fuck people kind of mentality.
Okay.
Is it's like, if you give me all of your cards and you lay everything on the table, I'm going to test you.
Okay.
So, like, it's like he had been, like, fawning over her for years and years and years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like, she's going to think that when she says that they're on a break, that they're not on a break.
Okay, well, I feel like because, okay, he's given her the cards. When she broke up with him, the cards were returned.
No, but...
And then to be determined later if something were to snap back and be different or whatever. But, like, the fact that she made that decision...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a really bad person.
Well, I feel like maybe you're, like, want to see the best in people, that even if you break up with someone, they'll still be, like, loyal to you.
Yeah, that's definitely how I think.
So, like, possessive Taurus, right?
Yeah, but and then, like, the Scorpio and the Gemini just throwing in extra things for me. But yeah, that's just how...
The Scorpio is very, like, I'm gonna test you, bitch.
Yeah, like, if you saw any of my relationships in high school, it was 100%, like, just, like, leading people on and then, like, telling them, like, this is never gonna happen. But then if they did anything, they're like, oh my god, you did what?
Wow, that is very, very Gemini.
Yeah, so that's so she probably just has a Gemini moon.
Yeah, I feel that.
Can see the Taurus ascendant and can see the Leo sun.
Yeah, okay. I accept those.
But back to Joey.
Oh, okay. So Taurus, wait, what did we discuss? Taurus sun. Right.
So this says that he's like Taurus triple threat.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
but
his love for food does transcend time and space.
Yeah, and it's pretty much his only emotional attachment in the show is to food.
True. But I feel like, okay, maybe his moon and his sun are both Taurus, but I feel like he has to have, like, a Leo rising or Aries rising. Like, he is very,
like, I feel like so obviously he's very earth sign, but he has to have some sort of fire in there.
Totally.
But then, as I was saying...
passion.
Exactly. And as I was saying to you before we started filming is I also would love the idea of him being a Scorpio moon.
That's true. And I feel like, you know, even though Scorpio is a water sign. Oh my god, what's wrong with
I'm
me?
offended.
My own sign.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, like I feel like it still gives off like fire vibes, but not.
Because it's like water, both water and fire are very, very emotional signs. They just act in different ways. Like a water sign's just gonna like break down in tears or like hide, whereas a fire sign's just gonna come out guns blazing, like tell you exactly how they feel. And I feel like when it comes to his friends, he will like defend like a lot. Like he'll be a bit more on the fiery side, but I feel like when it comes to himself, he's like a lot more like under the skin kind of processing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like it does work with the Scorpio vibes that like, yeah, we never really know his emotions. And is he attached to anything? We don't know. It's just
did he really like how much
ocean.
Did he really love Rachel?
Exactly. Was that just that was a whole situation.
That was a whole situation.
But yeah,
no, I'll get too heated again.
I mean, anyone who comes at me saying Joey and Rachel like ship them, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Okay, we can't keep talking about it.
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
100%.
Girl. Ew.
I think that they would be so good together. I just don't really like Ross, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
controversial
Ross,
opinion.
I love him. Like, he's just like his little faces that he does. They're so funny.
He's such an Aquarius.
Did we talk about Ross?
No, we talked about Ross before we clicked on. So let's get into Ross because he's obviously the center of a lot of our arguments over this.
Yeah.
But so here it says that he's a Libra sun and a Taurus rising, which
why is there so many Tauruses?
Yeah,
that's confusing me.
It's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got like
Libra sun, right?
No, yeah, Libra sun, Taurus rising. So like I agree with the Libra sun.
Yeah, I feel that a little bit.
But then I don't agree with the Taurus. Oh, I agree with the Taurus just because of the turkey sandwich episode. But as far like I could see that as his ascendant, but his moon has to be like Aquarius or something, or even Cancer.
Maybe I can't. I just can't with him. Like I just can't. There's no definite answer for me for him.
See, controversial opinion. I think that Ross and Phoebe would have been perfect together.
Lol.
And then Rachel and Joey.
Rachel and Joey are very like.
I feel like they would be a very strong relationship.
They're very similar.
Yeah, whereas Ross is just always so insecure, and Rachel is just like, because Rachel is so confident, she doesn't understand his insecurities in the relationship. So I think that that's why it's very much like where she holds all of the power in the relationship as well.
Yeah.
But she secretly loves that. So
yeah, that's true.
And then the one that I feel like is probably the hardest. Chandler Bing.
I was like, who have we not done? Chandler, my favourite.
Is he your favourite?
Yes.
Oh, love that for you.
Yeah, Monica and Chandler are the best.
You know, it does make a lot of sense.
Why?
Well, so you're currently dating a Sag, and your best friend's a Sag, and he's a Sag.
Sag moon, that way. He's a Sag?
Yeah.
He's a Sag sun?
Yeah, he's a Sag sun, Gemini ascendant, apparently.
Ooh,
which I, like, honestly, he's probably out of all of the ones where they, like, are telling me what they are, I relate to his probably the most.
Really?
I think that that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, because I was going to say Chandler's another one that I can't pinpoint. But I do get that a little bit. And I think it's also, like, I don't understand Sages much.
They're very, like, I feel like it's a very misunderstood sign. I feel like it's been very much stereotyped to just be a traveller.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I think of, and then I'm like, no, it has more depth than that.
yeah, it's like yeah, you go on your gap year, but then what's after that?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Exactly.
You said that you messaged me the other day saying about you had an ex reach out.
Oh god. Don't even. I hope he doesn't listen to this. Not like he would ever listen to this. Well, long story short,
Leo X, by the way. The day we moved into Leo.
Yeah, literally the day of, I get this message again, and I've been like replying, but like in a
kind of like just double tapping the message kind of way,
and being like, yes, I'm not ignoring you, but we're not besties, and you're not gonna get this. So as much as you try. Yeah, so the gist was we dated like a billion years ago, and like not even dated, it was like two dates. No, it was fucking one date. I know, we talked for a long time. Anyways, it was like low-key long distance. Anyways, so yeah, he like messages me the first day of fucking Leo season. I'm like, fucking typical. But yeah, this is the same Leo that has not continuously, just like been so hot and cold.
So Gemini moon.
Just totally has to be there. And just like randomly sent me a dick pic one time, like, oh yeah, did I not tell you that?
No, I just jumped out of my seat.
Yeah, well, it was like a whole situation where I was in a low-key relationship with someone, but we were open. Anyways, we were just talking, and then, I kid you not, 9 o'clock in the morning, he sends me.
You haven't even wiped the sleep out of your eyes.
I know, and I was blinded. Like, sure, I don't mind a dick pic if I specifically ask for it.
But, like,
There was no asking.
I feel like it's completely different for guys to girls. Like, it's one thing for, like, a girl to just send their boy a cheeky pic while they're at work or whatever.
Well, it's like, I'm not gonna send you a pic of the inside of my vagina. Like, no.
At 9 a.m. when I haven't even had my coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Haven't even opened my eyes, and I'm like, oh.
No, but like I feel like for guys, like he shouldn't have been sending it to you anyway, because you weren't even at that level.
Mm-hmm.
But like, even if you was considering it, you need to like feel the room. Like, you need to be like, oh, is she going to be like? It's not like he sent it to you and you're just like, oh, where's my vibrator?
Exactly. I was like, I have to get up and get ready for work, and this is like burnt into my brain.
Yeah, and you like and you're like, now my phone has a crack in it because I've fucking thrown it across the room because you freaking scared the crap out of me.
Exactly. And like, yeah, I was just like outraged, and I was like, mate, if you actually were interested back in the day and weren't
and because as if that actually makes you want him.
Exactly. I'm like, what part of this conversation led to you sending me a dick pic? Like, it was literally like, like catching up, like.
Unpopular opinion, but it's probably the most unattractive part of a male body.
Well, yeah, 100%. Like, everyone out there, bodies are beautiful, etc., etc. But like, genitals aren't attractive.
Yeah.
Like, I can admit, no one's that attractive. I mean, people have got attractive genitals out there, but as a whole, they're not attractive.
Yeah. The only reason that we like pretend that they're not disgusting is because they've been thrown in our face our whole lives, you know.
Like, it happened. I was like, yeah, he's cute. I still like, you know, even though it was a billion years ago, and he basically stood me up multiple times. Like, oh yeah, I hate them. I haven't even, let's bleep out the name, but my friends make a joke that his name, we'd call him Fail Bail for short, because he always bailed. That ship has sailed.
Oh.
So the ship has sailed long time ago. But for like curiosity's sake, I mean, you know, love some attention every now and again. I've just kept the line open.
Did he send any follow up to the dick pic? I just need to know.
Well, it was, I think we were talking the previous night, and it wasn't like it was super late or anything like that.
So he didn't even send it at the night time. He waited until it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. He's like,
yeah. And he was so like, it was obviously in the bathroom, like he just had a shower or something. Like,
it would have been better if he took a photo with like just the towel on or something.
Exactly.
Like-
and that was the thing. He did send me a photo first, and it was like abs with a towel, and I was like, oh, okay, like this isn't
what I expected
blinding me.
Yeah. Was he tan or not?
He's not really.
So still a little bit blinding.
Yeah. But like that's fine. And he was like, look at my abs, and I was like, I mean, he didn't say that. But he was
Very Leo
insinuating.
energy.
Yeah. There was no time between either of them. It was just like bam, bam, and the second bam was too much.
So he didn't leave any time for you to imagine.
No.
Okay.
So that's why I opened it, and I was like, okay, he sent me some abs, and then I've scrolled down. Okay, that's a dick. Right in my face.
So he's not going to be allowed into the cult.
No, he's not cool enough for the cult, but he does have a tiny house, which I'm so mad about. So mad.
I'm like, why didn't you reply?
Yeah.
Like prior to this, the tiny house thing, I'm like, yeah, what an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, like hate him.
Legit.
Then you're like, tiny house. I'm like, fuck, where's the rings?
Exactly. I was like, oh, we don't even have anything in common. And then as soon as he's like, yeah, tiny house, I'm like, what?
Yeah. At least really wants a tiny house, just for your reference.
I need to be a witchy lady in the woods with my tiny house.
You sound like the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
I mean, that's terrifying. I don't want to be like that.
But like, you totally would make your house out of cookies if you could.
Because I would want to eat it, and I would want to keep my aesthetically beautiful house, and I wouldn't want to redo it every single day when I eat the whole house.
Yeah. So did you message him back, or did you just kind of see?
Oh, I was like, I don't even know what to say, because I'm like, obviously he's assuming that, like, because he did invite me to his house, and I was like, well, listen, I'm like seeing someone, like, so if we were to hang out, it would be just friends, and I'm like that's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
but
because my exes only reach out when Venus is in retrograde. I did a couple looking back at the things, and so the last time that Venus was in retrograde, apparently, like, so this is the thing, I had no mail set up to go to his house ever. Like, I lived with him for 6 months, but nothing was ever supposed to be sent there. Apparently, he got like this really big letter from the government addressed to me, and he was like reaching out to redirect it to me. Obviously, I told him just to chuck it in the bin because like, don't want to have to see him. But then I looked it all up, and last time that Venus was in retrograde, he sent me a message out of the blue, unblocked me. He had me blocked. He unblocked me, messaged me to come over and wax his chest. He said,
wow.
I wish I could bring up the messages, but they're like, that was ages ago. But he literally sent me a message being like, no one does it like you. I just need you to come over. I don't feel comfortable with anyone else. I was engaged.
The waxing.
The waxing.
You did like no one else.
I waxed him once.
How many people have waxed him?
I don't know. I've waxed him once when we were together. And the only reason I waxed him was because we were in a huge fight, and that was the only thing that I was like, the only way I'm going to forgive you is if you let me pull out your hair.
Wow, that's such Scorpio energy.
Yeah, such Scorpio energy. And I waxed his nipple. That was all I did. Is I just waxed his nipple, and it made him bleed. And he like,
maybe he was into that. Wait, what's his big three? Do you know?
I don't want to know.
Oh, really?
No, because
I know his sun sign,
I
right?
looked it up before. I don't remember his birth date anymore, but I remember I looked it up just after we broke up on Cafe Astrology, and it was very, very, very accurate. Like all of the compatibility things that they said we would struggle with were like all very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane. But yeah, I don't remember what he is. So to give you an idea of when we were together, like I had to be blonde. I wasn't allowed to leave criteria.
Oh my god.
Like my hair got too much regrowth, and he's like, you really need to fix that. I wasn't allowed to cut my hair short.
Is he a Virgo? I feel like Virgos can be so particular and controlling and manipulative. We love a Virgo though.
We love a Virgo. Monica's our favourite Virgo.
A woke Virgo, not a manipulative asshole Virgo.
I'm like scrolling through to find like his birthday, doing some serious Gemini stalking.
Scorpio stalking too.
Yeah, all of the stalking, that's what I'm doing.
Actually, you know what? If he's a fucking Taurus, that wouldn't be surprising. Because, like, if you get a fucked Taurus, you could get so much, like, he could be so possessive.
Yeah, I'm Taurus rising.
And maybe that's why you fucking hate Tauruses, because your energy just...
Oh, no, 100%. Like, I love you. You're a Taurus. You, like...
I'm the best.
I was such a...
Taurus hater.
Yeah, Taurus hater. Like, I remember when I found out that I was a Taurus rising, I was so mad. Like, I literally was mad for at least 3 weeks. Very devastated. Because all of the people I hated growing up were all Tauruses. But, so I've got his chart.
Like that's a mirror, like a reflection of the parts that you hate about yourself.
Oh, no, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
It's like, as soon as I see, like, someone else reflecting something that I hate about myself, I'm like, fuck you. Because it's like forcing you to face it, you know?
Totally.
Because it's like, obviously, if I don't like something that someone's doing, but I do that all the time, it's like I have to face the fact that I need to improve that.
100%.
So I think that's why I didn't like it. But
okay,
so Taurus sun, Libra moon, makes lots of sense. Obviously I don't know his rising because I don't know when he was born.
Yeah. You should just message him and be like, hey.
Should I?
Do it. I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, is this gonna trigger you? Is he gonna message you again?
I'm gonna do it. Oh my god. 13th Sun podcast making me do crazy things this Leo season.
Yes.
Hey, this is super weird. Super random. But do you know what time you were born?
I feel like he's totally gonna know. Like, astrology has just flooded fucking social media and stuff like that. So I'm like, I feel like guys at least know what happens when someone asks that question. I'm so excited.
It's such an intrusive question.
It is.
Because, like, the thing is if he knows anything about astrology, he knows it's a fucking intrusive question. But if he doesn't know anything, he's like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about?
Exactly.
Can you hit send? I don't want to do it.
Oh my god. Okay. Wait, let me look at this photo. Wow, he looks so controlling. Okay, I'm gonna send it.
Okay, do it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3,
2,
1. Find out what happens on our next episode. Oh my god, wait, show me his profile.
Oh.
I did not think he was that attractive.
Oh, he's not.
I swear you've shown me a picture and I've been like, what, Billy?
No, definitely he's not that hot.
He's just done a good photo shoot.
Yeah, he did a photo shoot with his car.
Oh, lol. Oh, that's right. He's obsessed with his car, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got crazy eyes.
Oh, he does have crazy eyes.
I did not picture. Oh, he got crazy eyes. That's Taurus crazy eye.
It's such a crazy eye. And because he's so obsessed with everything.
Yeah, those eyes. I'm scared.
He's got all dark features, but he's got a ginger beard, just for your reference.
Oh, that's so random.
That photo that you were looking at just then with the guitar. So he, like, had heaps of photos of us, like, super, super cute, super nice. Like, me being majority of the photo, and then just him being in the background, like, oh, look at my pretty girlfriend. Because that's all I was to him, was, to give you a little bit more insight into our relationship, I was in high school and he was in his mid-20s.
Is that how old he was?
Well, he's not that, like, he was about 23 when I was 16. He was born in 1993.
Yeah.
So, like, it wouldn't be weird now. Like, if I was to start dating him now, it wouldn't be that weird. Yeah. But, like, me being, like, a 16-year-old living in the middle of the country, he, like, was...
Wait, how did you guys even meet?
We met on Tinder.
Back in the day, Tinder.
Yeah. So back in the day, Tinder, because I don't know whether anyone knows this, but there's actually an adult Tinder and a kid Tinder.
Yes.
So I had to make a fake Facebook account so then I could get into adult Tinder, because apparently I changed my age too many times on my current Tinder. And so then I made an adult Tinder, matched with him. I didn't even match with him. I gave my Tinder to one of my guy friends, and he matched with him and, like, started messaging him and everything.
Was it Travis?
No.
That would be
my current husband. No, it was, like, one of the football guys that I was, like, friends with or whatever. And so then he was messaging him for me. And then he's like, oh, this guy wants to like catch up. Like, I was like, oh, like, because he was like talking about like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up in my freaking M2. We're gonna go grab some Indian food, and then I'm gonna take you over to my house. And I was like, 16-year-old me that was like just wanting to move out of my parents' house. I was just like, this guy has a house. He has a fucking nice car. He's gonna buy me some fucking butter chicken. I'm gonna butter his chicken. So then I literally orchestrated me to leave. I wrote a fake note so that I could catch a different bus. Told my mum I was staying at a friend's place. My mum didn't catch on that I was having a relationship with this guy for 6 months. Can I just say, fucking expert. So I wrote a fake note, caught a different bus, then got to Ipswich, then walked like 10 Ks to a fucking train station. And then I just sat out front of the train station for literally 2 hours for him to come pick me up with my fucking school bag on.
Were you wearing your uniform?
No, I got changed. I got changed into a little slutty outfit.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, surprise. Surprise. But yeah, and then so I went back to his house and like, so Taurus. Oh my god. This should have been the biggest red flag. The next day, 16-year-old me, he gave me his credit card that wouldn't have declined. Put me in a taxi. When the taxi driver came, he thought that it was my dad. And because I was in my fucking Christian school uniform, ready to go, got up at like 6, 7 a.m. to make sure that I got there in time. He paid for a taxi ride from his house in the middle of Brisbane to mine. I'm not going to say where it was because there's only one Christian school. But yeah, a long ass.
That's expensive.
Yeah, by the time I got there, it was like $200 and something. And I had to like use his fucking credit card. So he gave, because it was over $100 in Australia, again, for anyone international, any purchases over $100 you have to use a PIN. Yeah. So you can't just tap so for it. He gave me his PIN to his credit card.
Wow, he's an idiot.
Such Libra.
I wish you would have done something with that.
Even after we broke up, he was like selling a tablet that I used. So like Apple ID was all set up under my name, but I had a different Apple ID set up on my phone or whatever. So then I had to have that Apple ID added to my phone or whatever. It got real complicated. I'm not a tech person. But anyway, when I did that, all of his PayPal information got put onto my phone. And so like everyone was like, you need to buy something. I'm like, no, I don't really want to get charged with anything. I don't think it's worth it. Maybe I'll get him to buy me an Uber home one day. Yeah. But like,
I mean, I feel like you could have been like, oh, what? I didn't know this happened.
Well, no, because there was a couple times because it changed all my PayPal information every time. So every time I went to go buy anything on PayPal, all of his information would pop up. So I had to like clear it all out. It's a whole big thing. Because he wanted to fucking sell my things.
God.
But yeah.
Wild.
He hasn't replied. I'll update you guys next week if he gets back to me. He probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I feel like that's such a good note to leave on. But tune in next time
for more updates. More of us just talking about astrology and how it relates to literally everything. It's a lot more than just Mercury retrograde, and the more that you get into it, the more that you'll see that it literally affects every little thing that you do in your life. So, signing off.
What do we say to end it?
We just have a cool like outro music, like astrology 13th sign.
That was stunning.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? And wait, I better press the right button.